Well, my name is Paul Brunelle. My province of origin is Nova Scotia, and my specialty is damselflies and dragonflies, the order Odonata, in the maritime provinces, northern New England, and the Atlantic provinces. I'm participating in the Biota NB BioBlitz because, first of all, you get to meet a lot of fascinating people who study a lot of really weird things and learn what their interest in those things is, and often acquire an interest yourself. There's a lot of natural historians tend to work a bit in a vacuum. When you get together with 20 or 30 other people of similarly committed interest, it really raises your interest level, and often you end up recruiting new people to your own interest. Also, there are a lot of students associated with this BioBlitz, and some of them will go on and study topics which otherwise may not have been carried on into the future. It's also a great deal of fun. It's very pleasurable to work with other people who have similar interests, and we're very nicely taken care of by the organizers. We tend to be in very pleasant places, such as Poppet Depot here in the Nipisiguit PNA. Biota NB is based upon the protected natural areas structure in New Brunswick is brilliant. The organizers tend to arrange for each of initially the larger protected natural areas to be visited in 2 subsequent years, once early in the season and once late in the season. So again, not only is it a protracted period of intensive study, but it's also over 2 years. Gives an excellent phenological basis or time basis for things come out at different times in the year. You can miss them if you only come once. They PNAs will represent, you could almost think of them as bank accounts on the natural environment, if they're properly managed. And they're not allowed to be harvested excessively or altered for other purposes. 100 years from now, they will be much unaltered, which gives us a base to compare with other parts of the province and to determine if in fact we are impacting the natural world as much as currently we suspect we are. Biota NB is organized through the Natural History Museum, and in particular the New Brunswick Museum. Makes perfect sense. The museum is mandated to study anything within its purview in any degree of detail and to retain that information indefinitely. Whereas government and academic programs have a job to do, and permanent maintenance of specimen collections, for example, is a burden on their budgets that often leads to material being abandoned that should be retained. The museum will not do that. And of course, one of the real reasons why the New Brunswick Museum is involved is because it was their idea. And they've been very proactive, extremely successful in gathering support, which is not common these days, and they deserve all the credit for that. It's also very gratifying in the end for an individual worker to get the kind of exposure to other people and encouragement in their individual work that this kind of structure, this organizational structure, and everything else that surrounds and follows up from it will give them.